We are live. Let's get ready to podcast.
Fire it up.
Welcome back to another live and amplified indie fusion podcast. I'm your host, Tom Quiet, and we are back at it again with another amazing podcast. We are here at the Texas Women's Songwriter Festival, and we have Sherita Perez. How's it going?
It's going wonderful. I'm really digging this. This is more than I thought it would ever be. I mean, I had high hopes, but this is such a bonding experience. The vibes are high, and the women are incredible. You know, it's women like 17 to in their 70s.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, it's really cool. It's, you know, like just how on top of their game they've been the entire time. I reached out to them on like Wednesday, very last minute, because that's kind of my style, very last minute. And they got me in here, and, you know, it's just working with them and kind of seeing how everything's been going has been really cool. And just kind of seeing how professional the festival looks, because, you know, you go to a lot of these first-year festivals, and they don't have a lot of the little things down, like the step and repeat or the merch or the, you know, like all the little things that they're doing really good here. It's been very impressive. So,
well, these women, they've been in the music industry for so long, and they just decided they were talking about it, and then they just did it. And the thought that's put behind this festival is really heartfelt, and these women are making great change in so many different ways. Like the Grammy board was here. Mandy has a friend that has a nonprofit that started just to help artists record albums, and the artist would keep 100% of those profits. I mean, it's just there's never been anything like this. The closest thing I've ever seen to this was when I was 14, the Lilith Fair, and they gave women a platform. But I think this goes even further, and it's obviously Texas specific.
And Texas has always had a really kicking music scene. I remember when I first moved to the area of Texas. I lived in New Mexico for 4 years, and they would bring in a lot of these musicians that there's a venue where I lived in Roswell, New Mexico, that would bring in a lot of the like Texas country, Texas red dirt guys and artists and all that stuff, and be like, I have no idea who they are, and they're like, well, they're going to pack this house, this 400 seat venue, they're going to pack it because that's how Texas rolls. And I'm like, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. But
and then you did, huh?
I went and I was like, wait, what is going on? Like, I don't. And then I moved out here to Waco, and any show I go to, it's just most amazing experience.
Nice.
So, you're based in Austin, correct?
Well, I'm in the stratosphere. Right now, I'm bouncing between Austin and Northern California, but to be honest with you, in the past 15 years, I've spent more time on the road than any place.
Yeah. How's just kind of touring, doing that thing?
Yeah. I've tried to scale back, but that just means I stopped playing a lot of bar gigs and won a Star Search, Synapse Star Search, and I'm now doing all these kids' music showcases and picking up new skills like becoming a video editor and going out in the woods and being this other character and writing the songs for it and just rapid succession in the daytime, because kids' music is daytime.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I remember when you first reached out to me. Was it earlier this year? That's how we got, because I was looking for somebody to come in for our showcase. We do the showcase down in Bastrop, and you were asking about us coming to Austin, which we haven't done yet. We're working on it, but you've always been so great. Like, the few interactions that we've had, I've been so grateful for everything that you've done, or all the information you've offered and stuff like that. So when I saw you were playing here, I was like, all right, let me reach out. Let's get this one rolling. So,
well, awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously you said you're out touring and doing your doing shows a lot, but where are you kind of at creatively right now? Are you writing, recording?
I'm doing all of it.
All of it?
Like everything that I have learned in the past 30 years. I'm using all of it. There's not one thing that I've done that I am not using. And my brother's involved, and we're focused on health and wellness. And so when you tour and you live that nightlife and like honky tonk and or dive bars and or just playing the bars, there is a lifestyle that goes with that. And after a while, you start feeling like you're falling apart, really. I mean, like every part of you. So the fact that I got thrown this curveball and now I'm being able to choose kind of when and where I'm playing.
Yeah.
I can like be like, okay, I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. serious.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get exercise or go swimming. And then I'm going to do my vocalises and kind of like making my lifestyle really rotate around being the best musician I can.
Yeah.
And then like, getting the makeup, going out, doing informational videos, having a songwriting session, then going out and filming that song.
Yeah.
Interviewing people, writing songs. I'm working on a Texas children's album right now.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I interviewed an astrophotographer and wrote a Dark Sky song, and everybody's loving it. And I'm getting introduced to the Dark Skies community, which means my brother and I are going to get to learn how to take photos professionally.
Oh, nice.
in dark skies, like the Milky Way.
Yeah.
And, it's
the Morpho lights. Yeah.
That's a little different. So
okay.
Let's see. The Keep Skies Dark song. It celebrates protecting Texas night skies. Basically, you need to dim or turn off your lights at night to help the animals do their thing.
Yeah.
Or the migrating birds.
Yeah.
A lot of them. It's the fall and the spring migration. There's so many of them, and they're getting drawn off course because our lights are brighter than they've ever been. It's always getting brighter, and just all we need to do is turn off our lights and help those animals. So of course I'm going to write a song about that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then that I know I kind of went on a tangent there, but I just want you to know, like, I'm literally writing, recording. There's probably going to be rapid fire release of video for Ranger Rita, which is the children's character. Like 200 videos in a year, like 1 minute videos.
Yeah.
And then the Sherita Perez stuff I'm going to still do, but I'm going to do it in a comfortable way. It's going to be more thought out. I mean, I've been doing this so fast and so furious for so long and surviving on top of it. Because, doing music is a money pit unless you have somebody rolling it constantly.
Yeah.
And so, I'm surprised I'm alive.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I've talked to a lot of musicians that kind of have done the same thing, and then they burn themselves out doing the music. They'll hit the road for, like, a lot of the DIY punk bands that we have worked with in the past, not so much anymore, but they would go out on the road for 6 months, and then they come back for like 6 weeks, and just enough time to write the next album, maybe record it if they're lucky, and then print merch and hit the road again. And I'm like, that lifestyle can't be sustainable.
I haven't stopped, though. I keep doing it on the road. Like, I haven't had merch in a while. Once it got expensive, I just have people scan my stuff and they donate money for me to produce music, and I release it online.
Yeah.
But I haven't even stopped for 6 weeks. I up until recently, it took me a month to put myself back together.
Oh, wow.
And then I vowed to like really scale back. So like I used to make $1,000 a week playing music all the time and never stopped.
And not
anymore.
Like, I mean, I'm sure the expenses are kind of offset that a little bit, but even like
the gas.
$1,000, that's still pretty decent for an independent musician.
Yeah, I mean, if my van hadn't broken down systematically since the time I've gotten it, I'd be sitting really pretty right now.
Yeah.
But I had to put all the money into touring and then the van breaking down. I mean, we're talking like replacing an engine. Oh, yeah. Replacing
once you have to replace
gasket.
the engine, it's like, just buy a new car at that point.
Well, somebody had donated one. I bought the thing for $4,000 and someone donated the engine because it was what I had at the time. Yeah. I was stuck in Northern California during COVID, and I needed a tour vehicle, and all these things happened. Yeah. But then everything kept breaking. So I know a lot more about it now, but probably next year I'll get a loan for a vehicle.
Yeah, because that's when I was in college, that happened to me. It was like my engine broke down, and then my dad's like, you're better off just going to buy a new car or get a used one because now your engine's down. Yeah, we can replace it. Like, he has a guy that owns a scrapyard, and the car was a Ford Crown Vic or something, so it was going to be really easy to find an engine. But once we replace this engine, then we're going to have to replace this, and this, because that's going to go. And then 6 months later,
it's like that.
This is going to go, and so it's just going to be a giant money pit.
Well, when you don't have someone like a family member or a friend that can help you get a cosign, and you're a musician, it's rare that you can get that loan. So my plan is to take the winter and just work like as a driver. I have a perfect driving record.
Oh, nice.
And then do the video content and edit.
Yeah.
And then do the driving. And then by the time the summer rolls around, I'll probably have a new used hybrid van.
Yeah.
Those get like 40, 60
Yeah.
miles to the gallon. Now we're talking. So we have to do that, though. I mean, it's not a straight line. People think, I mean, I don't know how they got us to think that, like, oh, you're just going to go out there and you're going to make it. And I feel like it's still in the back of so many of our minds that.
I mean, I think we could thank American Idol for that one.
Yeah, but that's not the way it works for career musicians and people. Like, we play music because we literally can't not do it. We write songs because we can't not write songs. We're meant to be here doing this. So we're going to do it if we're homeless. We're going to do it if we're dying.
Yeah.
We're going to do it if we're broke, if we're sleeping in our car, if we're sleeping. I mean, like literally, I have met a lady this week who's literally dying.
Oh, wow.
And she's releasing her first album.
Oh, wow.
And she's just starting her music career because she knows she doesn't have much time.
Yeah.
And then I'm technically homeless, you know, and you have the whole gambit from rich people to like people that have nothing, and we're all here because we cannot do anything but do this because we're artists, and that's something that I wish people understood about artists.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. It's one of those things where it's like, because early on when I started doing all this, it was very much like, I can't, man, that's still a reason why I do it, is like, I can't do anything else. I love having these conversations. I love going out into the middle of a field at a festival that it rained 3 days for the last 3 days.
Oh, no.
And then just going to sit, like this, even though, yes, it's very hot out here, this is probably one of the nicer festival, like, just setups we've had, because it's like, you mean I don't have to go climbing through a field and hope I don't step on a anthill or fire ant, one of those deals?
Yes.
But, it's like, my dad gets on me all the time. He's like, you got to figure out how to make money with this. And it's like, I'm going to do it whether I make money or not. Like, yeah, I probably need to pull back on some of the elaborate trips that we take, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to do it whether it's paying us money or not, Yeah,
it's just like you hear people say, "This is your calling." It's your calling, and that's a thing. That's a real thing. Can you hold that?
Yep, I got you.
Hey, don't mess with Texas.
Yeah.
I ask people when I'm touring. When I play, I have a "Don't Mess with Texas" song, and I ask them, "Do you know what 'Don't Mess with Texas' means?" And sometimes in California, some other places, they'll go, that means if you mess with Texas, you're going to get your ass beat, something like that. And I look at them and I say, oh, no, it's an anti-litter campaign, okay? Yeah. Get it straight. If you're gonna hear it, you need to know what it means.
Yeah, 100%.
We cherish the land,
Oh, yeah.
Just like everywhere I've been, I get to tour and meet these people that cherish the land. Mm-hmm. And I'm blessed. That's why. Have you ever heard of the Wildland Urban Interface?
No, I haven't.
Oh, well, you need to hang out with some firefighters.
Okay.
So I wrote this album in Northern California with firefighters in the Redwoods and my brother. And I released it, and it's taken me all these really cool places. I mean, it's the reason why I have songs about bears, right? You've probably heard it, right? So basically, the Wildland Interface is where these songs take place, and it's between the city and the woods.
Yeah.
The Wildland Urban Interface is between those two, and it's the most volatile place for fire danger, because you have all of the synthetic stuff, right? And then you have all of nature drying up, and then it creates all this fuel, and some not smart person might be mowing their lawn at that time and create sparks, or barbecuing and it catches flame, and it can burn. Eventually, if they don't put it out, it can burn the cities down. Yeah. Anyway, I love playing in the Wildland Urban Interface.
Nice. And, you saying that makes because I didn't know 100% what "Don't Mess with Texas" mean. I've only been here about 6 years, so I guess I'm relatively a newbie in a lot of regards.
Well, now you know.
But it makes a lot of sense, because every time I drive to work, right next to my work, there's this like a storage unit place, like storage units, and every couple of days I'll see this lady out in the drainage ditch, like where the runoff goes. She's in there just picking up trash, and it's like, isn't that kind of the city, like in the drainage ditch? But now you say that, it's like, no, it's her property. Even if it's not, she's going to take care of it. So
She should. I mean, that's the thing about, politics aside, people have different politics, but it's like the same people I've met in California. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
The same people that I meet in California that want to pick up their yard and the highway are the same people here.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you have respect for your property or the highway or the nature? Because it's yours. This all belongs to us, and we should take care of it together.
100%.
And that mindset, I feel like when you have that mindset, people don't just care about the land, they actually do care about the people and their communities. And I think feeding that wolf, there's two wolves, right? Yeah. Which one are you going to feed? That wolf is so important to feed that's what's holding this planet and the people together and preventing us from descending into chaos.
Yeah, absolutely. What time's your next show at, or next gig?
It's at 3:30 over at Chaparral Cantina. I really like that spot. They make me some special guacamole if I want.
Nice.
And it's a lively crowd, and I get to eat some scrumptious food.
Nice. That's when I told my work buddy I was coming down here. He's like, well, make sure you go to one of the many barbecue spots they got down there. I was like, well.
Whoa. Are you going to go to mariachi brunch on Sunday morning?
I'm not going to be here.
Dude, it's a all-female mariachi band and all-you-can-eat barbecue. Terry Blacks.
I did not know that.
Are you sure you want to leave? All-female mariachi band surrounded by Texas female songwriters. Mm-hmm. And you're going to leave us? Come on. Come play with us.
Dang it. Yeah. Oh. No, I didn't know about that. That's cool, though. That's really cool. So I don't want to keep you here too much longer because I know you got a show and whatnot. For what's kind of your schedule looking like moving forward? If people want to catch a live show or catch you playing or whatnot?
Well, it depends on where. I'm planning on taking the winter off for most shows unless somebody offers me some good money. And Northern California is kind of cold and rainy. If I can get a residency, maybe I will. I'd say if you want to catch what I'm doing, contact me and I'll tell you where to get my video content, or you can just look up my name, Sherita Perez. For the children or educational purposes, you can look up Ranger Rita. You know how to spell that. Yeah. But that'll have a bunch of videos popping off probably at the end of November. Mm-hmm. And then I'll be back in Texas in the spring, and I'll just follow me on Instagram or Spotify, and probably in about a year you can check me out.
Sweet. So since you brought up the Ranger Rita thing, what's kind of the backstory behind that? What brought that all together?
So I mentioned I wrote that album. Yeah. It's called Fire, Safety, Parks, and Rec, which you can find on all the listening platforms. So I was coming out of COVID or at Black Oak Ranch, which is like where the Grateful Dead was playing, and Janice and a lot of people in Northern California. And they had 3 festivals. At the time I had released a cannabis album, and then I volunteered at 3 festivals, and I ended up opening and playing. I was scheduled to play at one. So anyway, I ended up opening at the Last Kate Wolf Festival, which she's, you know who she is. Yeah. All right, folk hero, singer-songwriter, and I was volunteering, and it was the last year, and I was like, if it was next year, I could get on it. I just didn't apply, and I didn't realize. And then I ended up opening it on the radio in the bowl there. And I met these firefighters at the time. There was a fire tent, right? Because they don't want the woods to burn down, right?
Yeah.
So I kept going by them going, hey, I'm going to write a fire safety song with y'all. And so at 2 a.m. the last day, I was like, well, I like to keep my word.
Yeah.
And so there was an amateur rapper, and he was an incredible lyricist.
Nice.
And so I sat down with him, and we wrote a fire safety song, and then we took it to the bonfire and played it for the first time with a flashlight and holding it, And then I said, you know what, I love this song. I think this song is special, and I want to write some more like it. And so I gathered with him and his buddies, which were all volunteer wildland firefighters in a tiny town called Myers Flat in the Redwoods by the river. And over some good things, we wrote this album, Fire, Safety, Parks, and Rec. And everything followed. Me and my brother toured with it for 5 years. And then I did this Star Search, and I said, you know what, Elias, you've been doing the bear, let's get you a bear costume. And the Rangers, let's not say the Rangers gave me an outfit because they loved this album so much, right?
Yeah.
Let's say it fell off the back of a truck.
Fair. Fair. Okay.
And so then I went and did this Synapse Star Search, and I won in Fort Worth. I didn't think I was going to win. And then they sent me to Nashville, and then I won that too.
Nice.
And then all of a sudden they're like, we would love to back you in kids music. And I was like, I would love to do kids music.
Nice.
And that's how that happened. And it's like everybody's just like into it, and it means that I get to do this, but in a way that is clean, and it's daytime. Like I can live like a daytime person, and there's a lot of positive things involved in that. And just like, nobody's, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with getting wasted. That's fun. But just, I feel different. I feel like I can heal while I do this. And I'm writing like a lot of songs. Like I have a song list, and we just got to go and write daily. And we've been writing together since we were 12 years old.
Nice.
So we can pop out a hit. And this isn't me bragging. This is the truth, in like an hour.
Yeah.
So
that's always cool. Like just being on that same level where it's like to almost be automatic, where it's like, hey, we got to get a song. Let's go do that real quick. And then it's going to be bare minimum 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
So that's really cool that you kind of have that with somebody, and you can go and do that. Yeah.
I love. There's only one person I wasn't good at writing with, and he was kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
So, but also I'm working on a Texas Kids album. I don't know if it's going to be released under my name or Ranger Rita. Mm-hmm. That's what that Dark Skies is the first one. But it's not just when I write a song, I'm like, I'm not just writing it for kids, I'm writing it for adults too. And it just so happens it crosses over, because I feel like people really want to know things that can help themselves and help the community.
Yeah.
And so when I put it into a fun song that they can either sing along with or kind of just enjoy, they're going to learn that information, right? Because they get it in their head, like a hook.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be like, oh, I do care about Dark Skies. Let's see about this Dark Skies initiative, and let's actually turn our lights out. I don't want the fireflies to get lost and they can't find their mate. Yeah. How sad is that? If you just turn your lights out or dim them, then these fireflies can mate, and we'll have more fireflies. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who wouldn't want to turn their lights out?
For sure.
People need to know about things that are important so they can make the right decisions.
Yeah. And it's one of the, because it's always been amazing how many people just leave their lights on at like 3 a.m. when everybody's asleep. It's like, all right, I understand if you got like a kid that's not home yet or something, like that makes sense. But when everybody's home and you're not expecting anybody,
why?
Yeah, just cut those lights, Well,
we don't, we're so busy, right?
Yeah.
We have to do all these things that we never did before.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be constantly producing all the time, which is not healthy. But that means we don't really have time to take notice of things that require time to learn. So, I feel privileged that I can use my skill set in a way that can make the world a better place. And, it's funny, a lot of things are coming full circle with this festival. I'm having these positive memories, which I haven't had in a while. And I remember one time I manifested myself out of this situation. I wrote on this, I'm not going to tell you the details, but I wrote massive to-do lists on this window in this bathroom where I was staying. I left a tiny hole for my head, but the last thing that I did not do on that to-do list was write an album that can change the world and make it a better place. And I feel like I'm just now getting at 43 to the place where I'm doing that. And I can't believe it. I almost thought, I was like, it's unlikely this could happen, but I'm going to like really believe it. And I think it's happening because I'm seeing it change people and make them pay attention to things that I wish they would pay attention to. And I almost can't believe it. It seems otherworldly,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely going to be sharing your music with my niece. She's very much into animals.
Oh, great. We have a honeybee song.
Yeah. She's unfortunately going in for surgery in a few weeks, and so she's going to have a lot of time on her hands where she can't do anything. So I'm going to try and share some stuff with her to kind of, she's 3, so it's it'll be interesting because she's very much into her Miss Rachel and all that stuff.
Oh, nice.
So I feel like Ranger Rita would fit right in.
Well, great. I do have a recommendation.
Yes.
We're going to be re-releasing my songs under Ranger Rita on Spotify, but they're not there yet.
Okay.
So I'm taking the songs that I've released as Sherita Perez
Yeah.
and making little videos for
Yeah.
YouTube. I really recommend, if you're going to share my songs with children, that you strongly go to the YouTube.
Yeah.
Because if you put them on my Sherita Perez YouTube
Yeah.
or on my listening platforms,
Yeah.
there's other songs that I don't believe are acceptable, or
Okay.
you might not believe they're acceptable for children.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want them to be listening and learning
Fair.
about bears
Fair.
and then hear a song called Under the Sheets, or other honky tonk hillbilly
Yeah.
things that maybe you might be walking in and you're like, what? I'm never listening to this person again. This is horrible. Now your kid's going to be walking around saying curse words and talking about drinking and smoking, and just, I need a little time for the listening platforms. Please stress that.
No, I 100% trust you, and I 100% get that. Except my niece has been saying the F word since she started speaking.
Well, then good. You can share my stuff, but just like, let's try to be,
Oh, yeah.
maybe the cousin. Please don't let her share sex and cigarettes with her cousin who's like going to Christian camp.
Fair,
Okay?
fair. I got you, 100%. But it's been an absolute blast chatting with you. If for people that check you out on lines, all that stuff, want to go ahead and plug your socials one more time?
Oh, yeah. So SheritaPerez. You can put me in on virtually any platform. If you also type in the bear song or fire safety with that, it'll really pop up, because there's no other combination like that. If you want the stuff for the kids, Ranger Rita on YouTube, and I'm easy to find.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute blast. Hopefully I'll get an opportunity to check out your set. What time's that at today?
3:30 at the Cantina. So if you like Mexican food, that's a really good spot. And I strongly suggest coming to that mariachi brunch.
Awesome.
Just because I think it's going to be really fun.
It'll be an experience. It'll be a different experience.
And thanks for being here to support us. There's not been a Texas songwriting thing that really focuses on women. So this is very special to me, and so I appreciate you being here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. I love coming to festivals, so it's going to be something that I do now more that I'm back in it full time. So yeah. But once again, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will catch you all later.